Who really controls global trade? I bet it's not who you think. When we picture global trade, we see flags, borders, and presidents signing deals. We think of countries, but what if I told you global trade isn't actually controlled by nations? It's controlled by systems that operate above them. In this video, we're going to uncover who truly holds the power and why it almost never looks political. Governments are great at making announcements. They talk about tariffs, trade agreements, and sanctions. We see it on the news all the time. But the truth is, most of the world's trade doesn't respond to speeches from a podium. It responds to logistics, finance, and a set of rules written a very, very long time ago. So, while countries manage the appearances of control, it's the underlying systems that actually manage the outcomes. Let's talk about those rules. Global trade runs on standards, things like shipping codes, insurance regulations, contract law, and payment systems. These aren't flashy, but they're incredibly powerful. They decide who gets to participate in the global economy, how fast goods can move, and who takes the financial risk when something goes wrong. Countries don't just rewrite these rules when they feel like it. For the most part, they inherit them. They play a game where the rules were set long before they arrived. Think about the physical side of trade. Nothing moves without ships. Huge shipping companies, massive ports, and critical choke points like the Suez or Panama canals are the invisible backbone of the entire system. A single delay in one canal can ripple out and reshape prices for goods across the entire planet. This power isn't political, it's infrastructural. Whoever controls the infrastructure, the ships, the ports, the canals, controls the actual flow of trade. Now, let's follow the money because this is where the real power lives. Trade doesn't start when a product is loaded onto a ship. It starts with credit, it starts with finance. Things like letters of credit, international clearing systems, and settlement currencies are what make trade possible in the first place. Banks and financial networks decide which transactions are feasible and which are too risky. Money always moves before the goods do. Control the money and you control which trade is even allowed to happen, and that brings us to currency. To trade globally, everyone needs to speak a common financial language. That language is currency. A few currencies, like the US dollar, are used to settle most international transactions. Everyone else has to convert their money into that currency to play the game. This creates a clear hierarchy. Countries aren't just trading goods with each other. They're forced to trade through financial systems that they themselves do not control. This is why trade wars often miss the point. Tariffs might raise costs for specific products, and sanctions might try to reroute trade flows. But the global system is incredibly adaptive. Trade doesn't just stop, it reorganizes, it finds new paths. Real control isn't about blocking a particular shipment. It's about setting the rules of the game that everyone else is forced to follow. So, who really benefits from all this? It's not necessarily the country that makes the most stuff. The real winners are those who are closest to the core of the system, the infrastructure, the finance, and the standards. They don't need to own the factories, they own the pathways the goods must travel. And when you control the path, all the value flows to you. Ultimately, global trade isn't controlled by flags or leaders. It's controlled by a web of rules, networks, and choke points that rarely ever make the headlines. So the real question isn't who trades the most. It's who designed the system everyone is trading through. If you want to understand how power, money, and global systems really work, you're in the right place. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe for more.